Taking a live look over Tallahassee, Florida from one of our cameras here with WeatherStem. And new details do continue to emerge after a gunman opened fire on the campus there at Florida State University Thursday, killing 2 people and wounding 6 others. Now, on the day of that deadly shooting, we heard from the father of a student killed by a gunman at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. That's over in Parkland, Florida, and that was back in February 2018. He explained that many graduates who experienced the terror in Parkland were now at Florida State University experiencing their second mass shooting in a matter of years. I do want to pop up these images for you because one of the lives taken there on that day at Marjory Stoneman Douglas was Alyssa Alhadeff. Her brother Robbie, now a student at Florida State, joining us now live to discuss all of this. Thank you so much, Robbie, for taking the time to join us here to talk about the situation and also, of course, about your sister. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
And first off, I did want to ask you, because as we mentioned, you are an FSU student. Can you explain to me where you were when the gunfire erupted there and how you found out about all of it?
So I was at the dining hall cafeteria called Swanee. I was walking home back to my apartment when I received a text from like a bunch of different friends saying there was a shooter on campus. And at that point, as I looked up from my phone, I see a bunch of people running in different directions, running home. So as soon as I saw that, I ran as fast as I can back to my apartment, locked the door, and texted a bunch of my close friends to make sure everyone was safe and okay. And there was some of my friends were still in the building next door to the union. So they barricaded the door and they were just waiting to receive information to get out. And they got out a couple hours later.
And I did want to ask, because it's only been a couple of days at this point, how are you and your friends, other FSU students, doing? What is the conversation overall right now like?
A lot of my friends went back home, especially from Parkland. They all drove home as soon as they could yesterday and 2 days ago. And a lot of people are just afraid to go back to school, especially since it's like a lot of people's second shooting from Parkland, which makes it even terrified how this can happen again for the second time. So it's really a horrible thing and it's very terrifying.
And I do want to pop up these pictures once again. We showed them to you as we were introducing you, Robbie. Can you tell me about your sister, Alyssa, and what happened there at Marjory Stoneman Douglas?
So she was shot and killed on February 14th. I was next door in the middle school next to the shooting. It's directly right next to Stoneman Douglas, Westglades. And it was just a horrible thing because we didn't find out that she died till maybe 11, 12 o'clock at night. So we were kind of just waiting anxiously to see what the news were because she could have either lost her phone or her computer or something. But we didn't have all the information and we were just waiting to hear back. And it was really a terrible thing because my sister was supposed to be at FSU playing soccer. And she never got the opportunity to do that because she was taken when she was just a freshman in high school.
As all of this is happening there at FSU, just years ago, you had this shooting over in Parkland, Florida. Did you ever think that you would be experiencing something even close to that happening again in your life?
No, I thought this would be the gun violence would be over, and for it to happen a second time, it is just unbearable, and it's really scared for me and a lot of my fellow students to go back to school because no one wants to get their lives taken, and no one wants to experience this again. It's really a terrible thing.
Can you tell me a little bit about Alyssas Law? I was reading up on it because, of course, it is named there after your sister. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
The Alyssas Law is a panic button that directly alerts a law enforcement as fast as possible. So you don't have to go on the phone and call law enforcement. It's a click of a button and law enforcement goes directly in the scenes as fast as they can.
Is there any message that you want to make sure to get across to people right now who are watching this?
That there needs to be some kind of changes in America and school safety and at Florida State. And Florida State, stay strong. We'll get through this together.
All right. Robbie, thank you again for taking the time to join us here this morning. Is there anything I forgot to ask, anything you want to add here before I let you go?
No, just that we need to make our school safe.
All right. Thank you again for being here. We appreciate it.
Anytime.